hey, okay. So, I want you to make a really cool story. I have this really cool story. I want you to make an anime. It's gonna have samurai. It's gonna have ninjas. It's gonna have pirates. It's gonna have mechs. Amazing. Oh my god. Okay, that sounds so much fun. Okay. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm confident we can do it. Okay, it's gonna be no problem. It'll look beautiful. So, what's your budget for this? Budget. I see. $2 Okay, bye. Thank you. I'll see it next week. See ya. What did it hit? Hey guys, welcome back to Quickies. You don't know what logo that is, okay? Nobody knows. We are not implying that any particular company does any such practice. But yeah, welcome back to Quickies. Quickies, the show where we take a topic, usually a theory, and we give you a quick introduction to it, and we tell you what's up. If you like content like this, you can check out our video from last week, which is about who Asta's father actually is. Does it even matter? Does it not? Apparently Reddit thinks it doesn't matter, but I think it does. So check it out. And if you like good quality anime content in general, you should subscribe and click that bell icon because we put out new content almost every day. And let's get serious here for a second. Okay, let's get serious. We're going to be talking about the new article by Kim Morrissey on Anime News Network. It's a really important topic and it needs to be discussed. Okay, we at Weeb 101, we discuss the stuff that other people don't. Okay, everyone discusses this, but we discuss important topics and serious topics. We talked about Hideaki Anno and the struggles of being a mangaka and how he came to hate his own work and the struggles of being an animator, and we are going to talk about that today as well. Okay, animation is hard work, guys. Okay, let it be 2D, let it be 3D, or let it be a mixture of both. Let it be the 7D movies that you watch. It's all hard work. Okay, we also do hard work, but those guys do a lot more hard work than we do, and it takes up a lot of time. Okay, it takes a lot of time to produce anything. Just because you get 100 different shows every season doesn't mean that it doesn't take so much time from each person involved in the whole process. Okay, it takes a lot of effort to make these beautiful shows that you watch for 8 hours. For 2D animation, you have to go through so many stages. Okay, you have to go from scripting to storyboarding to making layouts to keyframing to in-betweening, cleanup, post-production. Okay, there's so much to do and there's so many people working on one shot, just one shot, to make something look really, really good. Even 3D, you have modeling, texturing, rigging, animating, all sorts of stuff, compositing. It's a very lengthy process. Really tough. And believe me, I failed at 3D multiple times. I failed at 2D more times than you can imagine. I failed drawing in 5th grade because I can't draw. One would assume animators were paid well for this whole process. I mean, we just told you how much work goes in and how many people are employed, so you'd be like, they must be millionaires. Well, that's not the case. The article starts off by talking about Ippei Ichi. Did I say that right? He's a really talented animator who openly tweeted about how animators are paid next to nothing for the amount that they work. Okay, now, this isn't a big secret, nor is it a big revelation. Okay, it's quite well known actually in the animation industry. Japan doesn't pay much for animation. Sid, who is an animator, and does Sid get paid well? I don't know anymore. Feels the same way. Western clients pay around 80 to 90% more than what Japanese clients do. No names mentioned, of course. Even I don't know the name of these clients. Some of the prices mentioned in the article shows that this is in fact true. For example, MAPPA apparently suggested paying $34 per cut. That is absolutely ridiculous. These prices are already bad enough, and now with tighter budgets and more demand, it's literally draining the life out of animators. In May, freelance animators had to leave MAPPA due to factory-like working conditions. Is this really how we want the anime industry to grow? Consuming mindlessly while the creator suffers? Some of these animators can't even afford to pay rent and eat. That's kind of like Weeb 101 right now. It's a really good documentary by Asian Boss that gives more insight into this. In the documentary, they show one of these animators living in a community-funded building so they can afford shelter while working. Okay, these guys don't have proper homes that they can sit in. Your favorite creators don't have proper homes. In Sid's experience, it's also how they pay. In Japan, they tend to pay per frame instead of per hour. Now, if that sounds like exploitation, okay, if it sounds like exploitation, it is! One frame can have anywhere from 1 character to 10 or 20. It could have 100. It can take 20 minutes to draw a frame, or it can take like hours. Okay, hours. If you're paid per frame, and the same rate per frame, if you get $2 for 3 hours of work, that's a broken system, and eventually you become a broken system. Now, we don't think that the studios are entirely to blame. We would like to assume that they would love to pay their animators more if they had bigger budgets. Beep this out, but Beepflix is the issue here. According to the article, Beepflix offers really low rates for animation. For a company with that much capital, it's crazy that they're doing that. They are making a bomb of anime with the new Beepflix anime whole thing that they started, and nobody can forget the Bleep God of Bleep Rock fiasco that happened. That was like not even animation according to Audi. The company produces really high quality TV series, but when it comes to anime, they aren't willing to pay for the quality at all. What's going on here? This is the second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, they have screwed up a lot of anime. Okay, now we know anime has become a mass produced product now. Okay, quantity over quality with really small budgets, just pump out show after show after show after show after show. It's the way the industry has been working for many years. This is why people like Miyazaki dislike the anime industry. It's quantity over quality. It's like the Bollywood industry in India. But you Indians out there who like Bollywood, please close this video right now. But it is a factory. It is a machine that just keeps pumping out content without caring about the actual quality, the actual benefits that people are going to get from it, whether they're employees or consumers. Now, a company like Netflix, which has so much power and so much money, should try to change these conditions, instead making it worse. We are getting a lot of good animation. Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, even the new Chainsaw Man trailer, stuff looks beautiful. The quality is amazing. The thought that the people behind these amazing shows are barely able to pay rent or eat food, it's just heartbreaking. Do you know why they still do it? Why they still animate? Because they love anime. Just like us, they want to put out great content. And it's really nice to see animators like Ichi finally speaking out about this, and platforms like Anime News Network showcasing such stories. Please guys, think about the people who work to create the shows that you love. Now all we can do right now is hope that studios increase budgets and pay animators acceptable rates, if not great rates. This will help us all out in the end. We will get good quality anime to enjoy, because the more time you have and the more money you're paid, the better the output is going to be. But that's it for this episode of Quickies. We hope that wasn't too dark, but yes, support your creators. Try to make a change in the industry. Voice your opinions wherever you can. Like, share, follow, because that will help us. And we'll see you next week with another theory or a topic.